Hi, good morning. I think still. This is Darryl Johnson. Ride the wind. I'm kind of out in the woods type section out in the back of my bungalow. Uh, my background music, put it back there, is Dazed and Confused by Led Zeppelin. I think that kind of defines kind of the way we all feel. So that's going to be our background music today. I want to say hello to everybody. I want to thank you for all your comments. I want to say that, without crying, that, the interaction that we have defines us as friends. And through this ordeal and through this awakening from my friends who wouldn't wake up, which is the majority of them, I've lost them. And you guys are my new friends. And I can't say how much that means to me. Actually, beyond description. There are some comments I haven't gotten back to you guys on because basically, hold on. Okay, because basically, I've been in bed for the last couple of days trying to build up my power. Today I'm operating on BCs, caffeine, and then coffee, caffeine, ibuprofen. And still waiting for the calls. And still working on my dreams to take my dream back to get my guitar. The one that I ordered and got, I think I showed it to y'all, I'm not sure. I took to Guitar Center. It wasn't geometrically correct, intonation, etc. So that goes back. I had to fight with the company to get my money back. So now I got my money back and I got the guitar. So I'm going to sell that one for parts, pay off this new one that I did the video on. That's the Ibanez. And, I'm just still fighting to regain who I was and what was taken from me, and I hope y'all are taking the same steps. And I'm sorry for the little pieces of grass here. I want to start this out real quick, and I want to make this short. The first thing I do want to say is there's a band out there. They're called Thrice, Thrice, and they've got this sequence of songs that kind of explain exactly what we're going through. And, I'm mesmerized by the talent of the lyrical content and the musicianship that is displayed within their music. I mean, I run across these bands, there's a lot of them, I could go on and on, that are fully awake. And to me, they are the prophets. Whether it goes back to 1980, listening to Ozzy or Priest or anything like that, they were speaking it. And it's strange, Black Sabbath War Pigs, listen to that, and I'll leave that there. Okay, so I just want to give one line. It's called I Want Honey, or it's called Honey, Black Honey or something like that, honey. Just put honey thrice, right? I keep swinging my hand through a swarm of bees because I want honey on my table, but I never get it right. Now, the metaphorical content in that is the way I see it, is the people who go on and on with these fights with society, swinging their hands through swarms of bees, riding that hamster wheel, right? What happens? We get stung, we get stung, and it's all about just attaining possessions and being a part of that society, which the more I define, which I'm going to get into, the more it's just not real. Everything we've been taught just is wrong. I guess I could define it as being programmed with disinformation, financial enslavement, and we've got to let that go. I was talking to my mother the other day. I think I had $1.25, and she wanted to send me money. Well, I would never take money from my mother. I just, I'm the one who's supposed to be sending her money. I can't, but I'm the one who's supposed to do that. So I make a long story short. I get pretty much a full credit on the guitar, the screwed up guitar that I bought. Never buy a used guitar online. And that night I get $179 put on my card, which is the balance of what they owed me. And I've still got the guitar to sell for parts, which I'm going to do, which is probably $180 in parts. It's got certain parts of it that are very valuable, even though it's not set up right. Okay, so first let's do this. This is called Invincible by Tool. I've read it to you before. We need a little more music in the back. Okay, it's called Invincible. It's by Tool. It's off their new album, Fear Inoculum. Inoculum is the chemtrails. Oop, I way overdid that one, didn't I? Oh no, that's Jimmy Page. Go, Jimmy, go. Okay. All right, so the album is called Fear Inoculum. Inoculum actually defines the chemtrails, the crap that we're breathing, the raid, okay, that nobody looks up and sees. And just now while I'm talking to you, right, these glasses that I had on have this UV blockage, right? So here's the sun over here, right? Sky's lit properly. But I look over here and there's this dark blue patch in the sky. Nobody has to explain to me what that is. That's a planet. That's a planet. Right out here in a clear blue sky. And I've seen these before. The whole sky should be illuminated evenly. And there goes another eagle. I just had an eagle circling me over here. When I came out to do this, there goes another one. I had a cardinal pass me by. I know the signs. And cardinals, you want to see cardinals, let me tell you. Okay, longing tooth and soul, longing for another win, lurching to the fray, a weapon out and belly in, warriors struggling to remain consequential, bellow out aloud, bold and proud of where I've been, but here I am, here we are. Beating chest and drums, beating tired bones again. Age-old battle mine, weapon out and belly in. Tales told of battles won, of things we've done. Caligula would grin. That would be my past. Beating tired bones, tripping through, remembering when. Once invincible, now the armor's wearing thin. Heavy shield down. Warrior struggling to remain relevant. Warrior struggling to remain consequential. Cry aloud, bold and proud of where I've been, but here I am, where I end. Warrior struggling to remain relevant. Warrior struggling to remain consequential. Tears in my eyes, chasing Ponce de Leon's phantom. So filled with hope, I can taste mythical fountains. False hope, perhaps, but the truth never got in my way before now. Feel the sting, feel the time bearing down. Tears in my eyes, chasing Ponce de Leon's phantom. So filled with hope, I can taste mythical fountains. False hope, perhaps, but the truth never got in my way before now. Feel the sting, feeling time bearing down. Amazing lyrics, amazing lyrical content, I think, and it defines the fight that not only I'm going through, that I believe all of you are going through. We've been broken in our lives. I define ourselves as broken angels, until we turn into true angels, solid angels. Regain our full selves. And that's what we need to search for. So let's talk about planets for a minute, since I haven't been talking about them. And I've got a video, I've got a music request on the track list, the music that I listen to. And I'm listening to you out there. I just haven't had the energy to get it out. I've got another person out there, and I'm speaking directly to you. You had asked me, and all my other videos are caught up on as far as sending out what I've captured, right? You be careful looking at these, please be careful. Especially the new one that shows the dragon over top of Russia, which is like, as I stated, a V laser light with a white point at each tip. A triangle. Weird, huh? And I kind of added that up with a cross. If you take a cross, and you draw a line from the top of the cross down to where the cross, where the parallel bar goes across, you draw a line on each side, you got that parallel, you've got a triangle. I catch things like that. I catch that the sky is not lit right now. It's just the luminosity is not correct. And it's because I'm looking up at this big, dark, whatever, planet, orb, God, entity. Okay? And I know you all are seeing this because you're giving it to me. You're giving me things that I don't see. So, cool on that. Wait, let me say that. I don't want to keep my fingers apart and make it. Let me just do that because I don't like the 666 crap. Okay, so I've been hanging in New York, basically. Okay? The anomalies there. The colors flashing from blue to red to green. In the south sky in Syracuse, my birthplace, there's still a flaming orange planet, which should be number one on the news channel, on our mainstream media, but there's no mention of it. The green orb, still floating around all around the world. I don't know if it's one or many, but this thing, I've got a video that I made where it is putting off such a frequency that it actually turned the video, or the video that I made, the capture, the cam that I'm looking at, it looks like a cartoon. And I've got other captures where it looks like this, where you're looking at, it's cartoon. It has changed reality into a cartoon. Weird stuff, right? And to verify that, I also saw it in Australia, and I have spoken, how you doing, Australia? I have spoken to a man there who is also seeing the same thing. So this thing's around. I have no idea what it is. Again, it goes into Hopi prophecy, is the only Hopi prophecy. And it's also creating the emerald ring, a perfect circle, right? The Hopis define that as a portal, but and it very well could be that. I'm not sure. But to me, it's some type of signature that this orb's light leaves. And if you look into the emerald ring, look it up, it defines Gemini. And that's me. So go figure. Now, I'm stuck in New York, where I was born. I need to get back to Sweden. I've got a new sub. He's in Mexico. I'm going to hit Mexico as soon as I can, buddy. Everything you guys say, it's in my mind. But the one who, I got to tell you, the one you requested videos, and I told you give me a day or so, I went to try and get it done this morning, and I cannot find your comment, and I cannot find the email that you gave me where you requested my bids. So please, resend that, okay? Under comments or to request videos, it's Horizon Event, all one word, with 144 on the end, all one piece, at gmail.com. Horizon Event 144 at gmail.com. Let's talk a little bit about radiation signatures. I had a comment on that also. Our sky is filled with radiation signatures because 576 is not only 5G, is Einstein Bose condensate, which opens black holes, but it is the frequency of nuclear fusion. Now, why is everybody capturing cubes, trapezoids, and I'm talking Saturn cubes, triangles in the sky? I've got one video where you look at the clouds, and the clouds are like made up of triangles. So it's getting really weird, and I'm doing it in small pieces, y'all, because it gets to my head. I've seen so much. I know what's here now, I've graphically caught, the planet that takes up a third of which is just one, that takes up a third of the sky. So I've really proved where we're at. So I go real slow on it. So I'm just kind of hanging in New York, Believe me, it's just to keep my mental balance. So those signatures, if you look at the tetrahedron or you look at the tetragrammaton, okay, those are not only faces of God, faces of Esu, but they are also the exact signatures of what a comet came to me. The atmosphere is filled with radiation. 100% right, because that radiation leaves these signatures, because these signatures are not only, again, faces of God, etc., but they are also the signatures of nuclear fusion. All gods create and destroy. What does nuclear fusion do? If we look to our past, because this has happened before, I'm not going to get into that part, it's too long. If we look to our past and really understand past history, Mount Kalish in Mecca, the ancient thermal nuclear reactor, it went totally wrong, okay? So fusion, again, I am the beginning and I am the end, as all gods are. And I refer, I won't go any way on what I define as the creator, the eagle, the one, okay? The entity that is above all universes, that put the cheer in our hearts, that put compassion in our veins, and hope and love in our minds, and the ability to seek knowledge. And I want to finish that by saying, I am not a preacher. I'm just telling you guys what I'm going through. All our paths are different. All our beliefs are different. But we travel parallel roads. Okay? I'm not that guy. I'm not going to be a preacher. I don't want to be a preacher. That's not what I'm about. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, but don't take me wrong. I'm here to support you guys and be your friend. That's what I'm here for. Okay. Now I want to talk about something else. I've been catching this for years. Lines in the sky. Dark black lines in the sky. And then I see Mockingbird the other night. I think that's what it's called, right? It's going to get weird. Districts. Are those black lines walls that are cloaked and the top of it is somehow piercing through the sky? Because these are solid lines, and I need to create a folder with just all these because I've been capturing them for a year. Russia, Florida, Norway, Sweden, and they're very prominent. And I'm also catching these lines and wires that come down from the sky. Really weird, really weird. Way taller than any electrical, because the electrical lines and the electrical towers that support those lines, they are way above those. And they go at a perpendicular angle. Is that what's feeding the firmament, or the dome, or what's beneath the firmament, which is this layer of deception, which is created by Musk, 5G, the chem particulates, okay, aluminum, barium, etc. We can go on and that. A little bit of lithium in there to make us dumb, but you better give me a pretty big dose, because anyway, let's leave it at that. So that could be very well a reality, because as Stephen Hawking's last statement was before he died, this is a matrix, and I'm seeing it appear over and over again. How am I looking at a can where things? Okay, I'm seeing grids. I'm seeing the grids that I had defined in my earlier videos, Einstein skies, which quantum pixels, they're squares created by frequency. Those quantum pixels are connected by what's defined as quantum dots. So I'm watching Mockingbird, or whatever the name of it, never seen it before, and she shoots an arrow and she blows up this grid system that's up above her, and I'm like, okay, so I've seen it in the Avengers, I've seen it in Spider-Man Homecoming, I don't know how many movies I've seen it in, where after I've defined it, it's like showing itself to me, which double proves that there is a grid system out there. because some of the videos that I hit, and I think that grid is what makes the flashing of the different colors, the red, white, blue, green frequency. Let me tell you, green is dominating. Green and red is dominating frequency right now. So they are not able to block it. Their mission is not blocking it. And by Musk launching 30,000 more satellites, I don't think that's going to cover up what's coming. I think it's going to show more fusion, radiation, signatures, and things are going to get weirder. Okay? So I'm looking at the White House trickery. You know, I had to check into the White House impeachment scripted soap opera to keep all of us, glued to the dummy tube to not be looking up. Well, I showed this picture of the White House, right? Sorry. They showed this picture of the White House, right? And behind the White House was the most screwed up sky, that I've caught all over the world. It's just not right. The clouds are morphing. They're not normal clouds. Again, they are created by this resonance, the 576 resonance. But it was like defining what you guys are actually doing is just total crap. And here you show a graphic picture of the White House with the sky behind it, which really defines what's going on. And it's just a dog and pony show that is just beyond belief. But we have to look at all angles of this. I told you we've got military movement. I've sent you to Trumpet in Zion, where you can see it yourself, right? That's a channel, Trumpet in Zion. Now, we've got options here on what's going on. We got China that I think it's 18 trillion that we owe, and they won't land, okay? But we're doing all this crap to them instead of paying them money. We've got the Civil War angle with the red hats going up against the crafty Democrats, and that's going to end up violent. And then we've got the planets, right? I'm just looking at all angles here. Is the military movement possibly, maybe not to do with the planets? Are the planets created maybe by nuclear blue beam, by blue beam or some type of nuclear thing, and maybe they're not real? Is the weather created and it's all just, I'm just looking other ways. You know how I believe in the planets, but think other ways too. We've always got to think out of the box, and that's what we are as 144, looking at all dimensions. Is this whole thing a dog and pony show? Is China about to show up on our doorstep and want their money? And why are we hitting them with tariffs when we owe them $18 trillion? How's that work? That's like some little punk, that owes you $20 that won't pay you. And I think you get where I'm going on my thoughts, I want to talk about being safe. I hope you all have sought out a shelter that is near you, a stable shelter other than Pima, obviously, and planned a route, because these storms are 3 times their normal power. And we've got 3 of them going across that are developing in the United States right now, which apparently is going to make 50 million Thanksgiving travelers go through some type of living hell. So watch how that works out. We got a bunch of people who died in Kenya last night from a mudslide. We got the UK flooded. Please pray for these people. To change the subject, I was watching something on BBC. I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of things to think about. Mainly help others. Help these people out there who I just talked to, another one who has no home and it's too cold at night. Have resources to give these people, churches, whatever the case may be. And when you do it, I'm not bragging about it, because when you if I talked about this person and this person's situation, I wouldn't be doing my job. You don't run around telling people you help, you just do it, okay? Be clear on that. But he's called, and I want to talk about him, he's called the Handsome Gorilla, and I believe it's spelled Chavaney or Chabaney, Chabaney or Chabaney. There's only 7% of these silverback gorillas, right, that have white eyes. And you can see their pupils. You can see the emotion on their face. This guy is so cool. He works with all the little babies, whether they're his or not. He is the dominant, he is the silverback. But he's defined. I mean, this gorilla's face looks human. He gives expression. He shows empathy. He shows concern. He shows emotion because you can see in his eyes because he's got the white. And again, only 7% of them have them. Okay? That's a BBC document that's on every Saturday morning. Really cool stuff. I highly recommend you see it. Okay? The last thing I want to talk about, but I got to do a little bit more research on it. Okay? So I can give you citations so you can look up at it. I'm looking at it now in a cursory overview. We define the Neanderthals. Make fire, stone. Wrong. These guys left cave drawings, right? These cave drawings match exactly to satellite images that we are capturing currently. This is right before they were wiped out. And I thought in my mind while I was watching the video before it came to an end, what were they going to do to help other people before extinction hit them? They did this. They drew cows. They drew these shadows of camels, etc. And they drew the stars. And it all matches 100% to satellite images. Millions of years later. And we define them as cavemen? So things just, they don't add up. I'm going to get into the giant thing later. Okay? How they were around. How New York, before it was rebuilt, the doors used to be like 12, 14 feet tall. The beds were double size. The windows were double size. The doors, again, double size. Now that was all rebuilt. Now this gets into San Francisco too, and the fire and the earthquakes, etc. But I'm doing my research on that. But back to the cavemen. We were taught wrong. 100% wrong. Okay, and I will give you citation for that. There's just so much that I'm opening up my eyes to, and so many roads you can go down to see that we were not shown properly what's actually happening here. Okay, and that's what makes me question what we're believing is going down right now. We have to be right. We have to think out of the box. I think we're on the right track. I think I'm giving you the right stuff. But again, we still have to question everything. We have to think above these people because we're thinking against quantum, astro, particle, physicists, armies of them. Do you know what level they operate on as far as brain power? You 144's, 1 plus 4 plus 4 equals 9. You see all 9 dimensions. We are literally walking quantum computers if we can access those all 9 of those dimensions, and we can think exactly as them. We can use these frequencies back at them. Take a mirror, shoot it back at them. We can use these frequencies to open doors, which may be the way to ascension. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to say, get outside. Get out of your tree. Go find something to do. I'm going to try very hard to get down to the lake today and do my meditation. That's really pushing myself. But I want to say, man, you guys is love. And then I see the comments between you, the love that you're giving each other. And Mr. B, I sent you a message, a shout out to you. Give me a heads up so I know what's going on. I think I'm going to leave it at that. You guys are great. And you guys define what the world should be. And you show the light, which you are, and define the darkness, which is what others are. Sorry to say that. The ones who won't wake up and just look around. Just look up. Do you think that 20 jets in the sky laying down lines is normal? Are you concerned at all about breathing in that crap? Apparently they're not, but I myself am pretty much done with breathing raid. But all my love to all of you. I'm going to get back with you. I don't know how next week's going to go. I'm still waiting on doctor calls, and I think that's my insurance company. They're idiots. I'm about to switch. But I'm going to stay with you. I'll be here. Um, um, event Horizon Event 144 altogether.com. That is to a friend out there who requested vids, and I cannot find, I don't know if, some of my comments are going through. You new subs, I thank you for subbing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am getting notifications on you, and if I could send you thank yous, I would, but I can't. YouTube really is kind of blocking me in all different ways. They're blocking comments. Some will go into the inbox. Some will go into the email. All of a sudden, I know I just talked to this guy like last Thursday. I may know the exact date, and I'm going through my inbox. It's gone. So please send me the email for your requests, because I can't trust the YouTube system as far as viewing every comment that everyone's making. And a lot of you are getting through, but I know there's a lot of people that aren't still. Okay, and I apologize for that. But that shows you something. Somehow we're on the right track here, and we're pissing somebody off. Okay, ride the wind, tread the air above the din. Be safe. Take no chances on these storms. Take care of those you love. Take care of those who are awake. We are done waking people up. It's now time for us to gain our energy and prepare ourselves. Please do so. And I'm not a preacher. All of your paths are different. But again, we all walk a parallel. We all look for the same goal. We all seek truth. And it doesn't matter what avenue you're on. You could be on an avenue that's giving you more information than I am. So keep giving me that feedback, because I'm reading, I'm listening, I'm watching. Okay? If I haven't answered your comment, I will answer it as soon as possible. I was caught up as of last Friday, but I know I'm behind right now. I just want to say thank you. I'm going to end it with thank you. Get out and enjoy the day. Stay the course. Stay on point. Keep your chins up. And we're all going to be okay. Do your research. Have a great day. I love you guys again very much. Thanks for being my friends. And ride the wind. Darryl Johnson.